Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
All right, 812, Jeff and Jeremy here. It's KZOZ. Jim writes in on the 805 Beer text lines regarding college football and talking about the NIL and what a disgusting system this thing has all kind of turned out to be. And he says, with students, they've made it semi-pro league with players in it only for the money, no longer school pride or concerned about actually getting an education. And yeah, I think I agree. And we were talking about, this transfer portal and the fact that students now can make money. And from what I understand, how it works is it's not the university paying them. It's local businesses in the area giving them endorsement dollars to endorse products and luring them, more importantly, to other universities. So, a quarterback, for example, may be in one school and he may be making $300,000 a year, and he's getting it from different foundations throughout that state that support that, or private businesses that support him in that university. Then he gets an offer to go somewhere else, a bigger school, maybe in a bigger city with more money, and now he has an opportunity to make $1 million playing the same game for a different team. Who wouldn't take that? And where is education now? I mean, I know it's still
very low.
It's still a factor. Yeah. It is still a factor because you have to get good grades. You have to keep up a GPA to be able to be a starting player in college football.
Do you?
Or any sport.
I guess it depends on the university.
I mean, that's the rules.
It depends
people
on
get
the
around
university.
it, I'm sure.
And once like Stanford is historically famous for not getting the best athletes because their pool's a little bit shallower because the standards of academia up at Stanford is a little bit higher than it is at, say, Arizona State. And that kind of puts them behind the 8 ball on that one. So eventually they'll have to change to remain competitive in that field. Or if you have a situation like Michigan, you just get one of your hot grad students to marry 80-year-old Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle, and have him kick down $5 million to get the number one QB recruit in the country. Go Blue.
Mike writes in, he says he read a story yesterday about a football player that was going to sign with a college team. He was requiring them to sign with them $46,000 a month because maybe that's what he was offered somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Also guaranteeing a starting position and guaranteeing to play all third downs. It's like literally like, what? WTF, I agree. Mike Rose, thanks for writing in. 805-543-3693. You can weigh in on the phones. You can also text on the 805 Beer text lines. But it's like, wait a second. Now, I mean, I understand once you are good enough to go become a professional and you hire an agent and now you're playing for a professional team, these are the types of demands you might have. But in college, it's just like, wow. I don't know. It just seems dangerous, especially for a young person with that big, to get that big of an ego. But that's kind of where the business has gone with college sports, and it's really sad. I think it's going to destroy it.
Let's look at, exactly. Let's look at the bottom line. The bottom line, does it bring fans to the sport? You and I, longtime college football fans, we're disenfranchised. We have checked out of college football effectively as we watch the quarterback of our alma mater bolt and go to another program or enter the transfer portal to go to another program. We watched the head coach that led them to an 8-win season and a triumphant march to the Credit Union Holiday Bowl in San Diego, or whatever the sponsorship of the Holiday Bowl is, so they can get trounced and embarrassed by the Syracuse Orangemen because they don't have enough players.
So the running backs are gone, the coach is gone, the assistant coaches are gone, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator are both gone. And the athletic director is like, there's no way we're pulling out of this. These kids work too hard to be there. They're going to get this experience.
They're going to get the experience of getting trounced. Now, Marshall went the opposite way. Marshall became bowl eligible. They were invited to a bowl, but they had so many players and coaches leave that the AD said, you know what? We're just going to sit this out. We're not going to go and risk the health of the players because we don't even have enough players to field the team. They had 10 less players than Washington State University did going to the Holiday Bowl. The AD needs to make a tough decision up in Pullmantown and probably, well, it's hard at this point. I mean,
it's not going to happen. I'll tell you why.
You're 8 days away.
I see what you're saying, and maybe this is how change happens, is all of a sudden teams don't start showing up for these bowls that create a huge amount of revenue for college football. And so when that starts happening, because the system is broken, that's when you see change, right?
Right.
The problem here at Washington State is this woman's been an assistant for over a decade. She's now been put into the position because our AD left, our president of the university left. Like it feels like this whole school is just a sinking ship. And literally,
from an
like the bow is the
yeah.
only thing. Well, even education. I mean, ever since COVID hit, the attendance is down like 24%.
Wow,
24% of 40,000. What is that? How many thousands of kids are not coming to school there? So it's going to affect a lot of things in the state of Washington, mainly in Eastern Washington.
Don't challenge me with a calculator, says Jeff.
You know. But I'm just saying it's a bad situation, man. It's like, wow, what else could go bad? So
That's
I don't think she's
going
to.
10,000.
Yeah, I don't think
students
she's
have
going to
bolted.
pull out. I don't think she's going to pull out of this thing because I don't think she can. I think right now that would just seem like another defeat. Like, we got to go. We got to do whatever we got to do. We're going to lose, but at least we're going to show up. I don't know. And I feel like other schools are in the same spot.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking a lot about Washington State University because Jeff and I went to school there and we're close to this situation, but this is happening at universities all over the country.
Oh,
and,
Marshall.
Yeah.
Marshall is another. I mean, it's each conference going to have perennially their like 2 or 3 top teams, and everybody else is just going to be scraps, and they're going to get ran out there and get trounced by the 2 or 3 top teams, and then it's not this has gone in. This has had the opposite of the desired effect for college football with the playoffs, the NIL, and the transfer portal. They need to make college football great again. They really do.
Well, they need to make college great again. I mean, if you think about it, the message has been all these people are going to college. They're racking up all this debt. Tuition continues to go up, even though attendance at all universities across the board are down. So it's... This is a real problem.
You know what I'd like to see?
This kind of reminds me of what just happened in this last election, where you're riding high and you're just trying to get away with as much as you can get away with.
Yes.
And then eventually people are like, no.
Build as many buildings as you possibly can with the taxpayer dollars and all the government grants. Build as many as you can, because the gravy train's going to run out. And you're talking about college now. We're not just talking about college football. I would like to see a trade school field a football team for the NCAA and just beat the crap out of Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn, Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas.
Yeah, where would this trade school be? Like
USC,
Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Engineers,
the Welders,
the Welders Union. I don't know what's a piece of equipment when you weld, the torchers.
Yeah,
I don't know,
the electricians, the engineers.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see
the
one of these.
boxes.
I want to see one of these schools because you know what? They're making the money. Actually, they bring the money in the old-fashioned way. They don't get government grants.
Well, it's probably only going to get worse before it gets better. But much like things in this country, they do usually get better after you go through some really tough times.
We love Justin Stearns and we love Assist Home Loans, and they bring you the poll question every day. What we don't love is KZOZ.com, because it does not allow for you to look at the results of past polls. So we have to go over them with you. And you know, it's kind of like a mortgage rate, right? It's like a mortgage rate. You like look at it one day, you're like, oh, okay, that's a good rate. Then you look at it 3 days later, you're like, oh, what happened to that great mortgage rate that was there the other day? They fluctuate on a daily basis. Well, the poll question, once it's there, and then it's gone. It's gone. This poll question about the absolute best Christmas movie, people are still talking about it. People want to know what is the best ultimate Christmas movie of all time. And the one that got the most votes was Christmas Vacation, got 25% of the vote.
And that's really what it was the whole time. It was leading the way. So it was always out in front. I think there was a time there was another movie or two that maybe tied it, but then it was always seemed to be in.
They would pull ahead a little bit. Die Hard came in second with 21% of the vote. Very close.
Okay.
25
I would like
to 21?
to know, honestly, like, when's the last time you watched Die Hard?
Honest to God, well, sat down and watched it or saw just bits and pieces of it?
No. You sat down and just said, I'm going to watch Die Hard again because it's one of the best. It came in number 2 on the KZOZ Justin Stearns poll. I'm going to watch it again. I watch it every other year. I mean, I haven't seen Die Hard in over a decade.
Kids. Rudolph? No. Okay? We're watching Die Hard today. That's a real Christmas movie.
I think people just want to say Die Hard's a Christmas movie so bad they vote for it. I doubt most of those people have even seen Die Hard in the last 5 to 10 years.
Third place.
I could be wrong.
Third place in the poll, capturing 16% of the vote. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's interesting. My number one choice, Home Alone, came in 4th place with 11% of the vote.
See, I watched that last year. And I watch that every 3 years.
Jack Frost was in 5th place, I guess. 9% of the vote. And then there's a bunch that come in after Jack Frost. Let's see. It's a Wonderful Life, 7% of the vote. 4 Christmases.
Every year.
Yeah, me too. 4 Christmases.
Every year I watched it.
4 Christmases.
I watched that one every year,
2% of the vote. 4 Christmases?
I watch that every year.
4 Christmases.
Yep. I mean, I know I'm not everybody, but I'm just saying Wonderful Life should be at the top. 4 Christmases, maybe not, but I mean, it's one I watch every year. What else? Scrooge, I watch every year.
Didn't make the list.
Didn't even make the list.
Christmas Story came in with, this is what Jeremy and I think is the worst Christmas movie of all time.
Movie ever. The worst.
Christmas Story, 4.5%. And then the 2 left out on the poll question were Bad Santa. Everybody had to nominate it. And The Family Stone. It got a last minute nomination, yet could not find a single vote amongst the committee. This is the most voted in poll this year at the Justin Stearns Assist Home Loans poll question. The most voted in poll in 2024. And
wow, good.
So
people are passionate, I guess.
And I guess Christmas Vacation is the absolute best Christmas movie according to the populace.
I agree with that. I do watch that one every year. Die Hard, I haven't seen forever, and I don't think most people have.
But it's number 2.
I know, but people love to argue. Oh, it's a Christmas movie, man. People would rather argue about that than actually tell you what they really think. That's what I believe.
I agree with you on that. I think it becomes a buzzy topic that people want to talk about, but people really know in their heart of hearts that it's not a Christmas movie. KZOZ, hi, who's this?
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
Hey, Brian.
I was curious how the Lifetime Taylor Swift Travis Kelce inspired movie did.
Oh, it did not make the list. Did not even get a nomination.
Okay.
Did you see it?
Let me get my wife on the phone.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, but I know that my wife probably did because that's all that she watches. I watched the worst one last night. We were laying there, and we had George hadn't been feeling well, so we all just went to bed early. And she's watching this thing, and it's got the girl from Party of Five, the little short one, and it's like I don't even want to go into it. It's so bad.
The one from Mean Girls?
They're the worst movies. Yes, the one from Mean Girls. Yes.
Was there a local business about to get closed and someone had to step in and save it?
Uh-huh. No, it was some outsider neighbors that moved to their neighborhood and they wanted to take over how the neighborhood did Christmas, and they weren't going to have it because and they had walkie-talkies and they had teams of people and Team Crimson or Team Jingle Jangle and. Oh my God! It was the stupidest thing ever. Like
this sounds like a real life situation, though. I could see that happening in a neighborhood for sure.
Oh God, yeah.
Where all the neighbors have walkie-talkies and
based on real events.
The neighborhood app. Well, at least they use the neighborhood app to develop a second plot.
So
crazy.
The Taylor Swift, Jason Kelce. Lifetime inspired movie, which only had Jason Kelce's mom in it, right? I think she was the only one that actually.
And Travis's. She's still Travis's Kelsey's mom too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Travis and.
I don't know why you gave Jason the cred on being the.
Oh, did I say? I meant to say Travis. I like Jason. I'll be honest. I like Jason better. I think if I had to hang out with one of those two, I'd rather hang out with Jason. He seems like a normal guy. Travis,
just leave your phone in the car.
Yeah, leave your phone in the car and don't say anything disparaging about bro, okay?
Hey, family first, man.
That's right.
Merry Christmas, Brian.
Be safe. Have a good day.
Okay.
All right, see you later. I was thinking when he did that, boy, if that would have been somebody else that had a different, I don't know. They would have probably been arrested and gone to jail and brought up on federal charges.
But is it Kelsey?
Breaking somebody's phone.
Are the Kelsey the new Kardashians?
Oh, God.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
Can you smell what the government is cooking? Says he also thinks Christmas Story is weak. Never liked it much either. So we appreciate the hatred towards a Christmas movie around the holidays. No, just a Christmas Story. So what do guys really want for Christmas?
Hey,
Because for men always make it seem like they're for.
Well, I just wanted to say what guys really want for Christmas. Can you smell what the government is cooking? Brought in Christmas gifts. I don't know. He says, I hope you and your family had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for another year of laughs and good times. Keep playing nothing but bangers. This is, can you smell what the government is cooking? And he wrote it in cursive actually at the end. He said, P.S. I had to practice this. It looks like second grade cursive writing. It says, I had to practice this and write slowly, but I still got it.
Well, can you smell what the government is cooking? You were a good person.
Did he send you
You're
something?
A very nice person.
I don't know.
No.
So last time, can you smell it? Now we're talking about what guys want for Christmas, right? You got me what a guy wants for Christmas. I don't know what to get you. I'm still working on that. It'll
Don't worry
come.
about it.
It'll come.
It's
Usually
not a
comes.
big deal.
But if it's a Christmas gift from me, it usually comes on the 28th or the 29th.
January 28th is usually when I get it.
January
So that's
28th?
great. You know what I like about that? I have something to look forward to after Christmas is over. When everybody's like, all the gifts, all the fun, all the
So
spirit.
last year,
Nope, I still have something to look forward to.
He gave us DVDs.
A fishing tool. I actually finally got it when I went for the
Do you
summer.
use
Jeff
it?
finally gave it to me.
Do you use
and
it?
it is in my tackle box. And I use it for clipping line mainly.
This seems as if though it's personalized towards me, based on
Okay,
the
so it's
wrapping.
probably for you.
Only because Tootsie Rolls are in here. You don't like Tootsie Rolls, right? You think Tootsie Rolls are garbage.
Exactly.
I love Tootsie Rolls. I think they're the most, and he probably took that from some conversation we were having, or maybe around
Yes, he did.
Halloween or something like that. And that's very thoughtful. That's very thoughtful. Okay. I love Tootsie Rolls. So
you and every 80-year-old person I
know. It's
that
an old,
still has teeth.
It
still has teeth. They're just so happy they have teeth they can chew on Tootsie Rolls.
Man, Tootsie Rolls, those were good. wish I could get my grandson one of those. So, do I open these or no? I feel bad opening in front of you. I'm sure there's some for you, probably sitting in a box.
You're fine. Open it up.
Or what if some of these are yours?
That's fine. Then you can share them with me because I'm not there to get them. Let me give you some music to play with.
I think this might be for you.
Opening presents.
I think this might be for you.
Okay. Good. What is it?
It's Mama Shrimp Tom Yum flavor.
Oh, ramen?
Ramen.
Oh, yeah. That looks awesome. Okay, that's really good.
You have that. I get the
thank you. I'll have that. Okay. You can have 6 of those.
And then you get these in.
I love ramen.
You get these in August when you come in?
Yeah. It's fine. Then I'll take him to the hotel when I come in for the... It's July.
Oh, nice. I don't know if this is for you or me because I've come around, but this has got to be you. Yeah.
Well, I'm an XL, you're large.
Oh, okay. It's large.
Okay, what is it?
It looks like it's a performance shirt from Kirkland. It's kind of sweatshirt material, but suede in nature.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I can wear that. That is good for layering. Good for keeping.
Oh, he says that's all you, Jeff.
It's all me? The ramen too? What about Jeremy?
Yes.
What about Jeremy? Can you smell what the government is cooking?
All right.
He doesn't like to call in.
By the way,
he doesn't like his work knowing that he can call in.
Yeah, he's incognito. But by
What
the way, I
when you
noticed
work for the government. Am I right?
that Can you smell what the government is cooking? Has good taste because he went to Costco. I saw a Kirkland tag on that shirt.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. This
Very
is all
nice.
me. There's
and is there more? Holy cow,
there's-
you're getting spoiled.
There's 4 altogether. Oh, nice. He got me Animal Farm. And Lord of the Flies.
What is that?
Animal Farm's George Orwell's other book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Boy, he put a lot more time and thought into your gift than I did. I just went to Amazon and sent you a box of meat.
dude, I told you it came in so handy the other night when we were rolling in at 7:30 and nobody's eating, and I was like, "What is this?" And I open it up. I'm like, "Everybody gather around! Summer sausage and cheese." Oh,
thanks.
thank you, Daddy. I'm like, "Yep, this is great because it's already done. I don't have to cook a damn thing."
Jeremy's is on the way. He says, "All right, well, great. I don't know if you have my address, but that's cool.
Probably.
If maybe you do.
Oh, and he got me another.
He
book.
also
He got me another book, The Cobra Event.
look at you.
Richard Preston. This is a hardcover book. So
I hope you didn't get me any books. You know I don't read, right?
Right, I
I'm
know
not a
that
reader.
book. I'm looking at that book. I can't wait to get into Animal Farm, man. And the problem,
You notice I covered it with a picture frame. So you quit staring at it behind me.
no, I can still see it over the top.
Oh, you can't?
because the
Oh, damn it.
camera angle.
Oh, there it is. It's right on top. Damn it.
I'm like, oh, that book's still sitting there, kind of like LeBron James. Just,
right, well-
I'm telling you, you've got to do a series of photos where you're walking around the house reading the first page of 1984.
I'll see if I can get my wife to do my photo work.
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111 911.